Hello wonderful people, I'm Mark Ray, but you can just call me Ray. Welcome to my first video on the Dancing Monkeys. The Dancing Monkeys. Need to get that right. Now I don't know about any of you folks, but I'm quite partial to party games. Well, party video games to be exact.
Wait, what do you call them? Huh.
Well, whatever. I like them because they're pretty good for parties, obviously, and even just a round of single player is pretty fun on its own. And really, they're just quite good much the fun time having, and that for I am glad. What did I just say? Getting to the point, who here, by Ray's events, who here likes Mario Party? Am I right? You didn't see you, and you. These aren't real hands. Despite that, let's take a look at this old favorite of mine, Mario Party, for the N64.
Let's get into the story real quick, shall we? Mario and friends, and Donkey Kong, have all gotten together to what is basically argue who's the best. Just, apparently at anything. And Mario and Donkey Kong just start bullying Luigi for some reason. I mean, just look at the poor guy. Hey guys, could you stop that? Please? Guys? Aww.
Wario always win!
And after that comical scene, we cut to the other half of the party crew where they say why they're the best until everybody starts jumping Toad and he tells them to stop. He then tells them they can become the bestest by becoming a superstar. How do they do this? By partying, of course, because that makes perfect sense. But hey, video games. They do stuff. And then they start off their running towards this pipe so they can get their adventure beginning, and Mario somehow beats them all to the chase. And then we jump into the title screen. Yay. Welcome to Mushroom Village. This place serves as the game's main menu of sorts. So, before we start partying, how about we take a tour of the place real quick, shall we? Let's take a look at the bank first. And here we have the bank toads in their natural habitat, the bank. This guy on the right here will keep tabs on your stars and coins you've earned from all the parties you've played. And our buddy on the left there will keep a hold of all of our items that we bought from the item shop in this big ol' red-pink safe here, because it's fancy and it's cool. I dare say, good sir, do be a good chap and bring out my safe of goods. Ah, now I can listen to my good CD of rocking tunes. Up next is the shop. There's not much going on here because I kind of already bought everything from him. Sorry, sold out. But I did find out later on after doing all this that there's a secret item in this game. If you've managed to beat the game and have not gotten all the minigames yet, these game balls will appear in the shop. And they will only appear there if you haven't gotten every minigame yet. They only cost 300 coins per minigame, so you could use that to cheaply buy the rest of the minigames that are over 300 coins, which could end up saving you some time. Did somebody say Options House? This toad, supposedly from the streets, will help you erase your game data. There's also a parrot here, he repeats stuff from other characters and bleh. There's a jukebox that plays all the music of the game. And the best part of all, stereo and mono. Yeah, this place is boring, but it's got a really funky beat though.
Good evening.
Our last stop, the Minigame House. Here you can buy minigames, play minigames that you bought, go to play in a minigame stadium, play with a Make a Fly guy, but mostly there's minigames. There are so many minigames. I play with the Mecha Fly guy, but he's a real pain in the palms, and most of you probably know what I'm talking about. One thing I find weird is that when you decide to choose to play minigames, the Elder Toad just kinda stops animating except for his arm. It looks really weird. There's also a raft here that leads to a single-player adventure, but we'll leave that one for later, for now. But enough lollygagging, it's time to party. Aw yeah! Since this game unfortunately predates the existence of Waluigi, I'll be using Mario for this video. Okay, choose character, choose computer character, difficulty, onto the game boards. Let's see what boards we got here. First up is DK's Jungle Adventure. It's a pretty standard board. Most things you gotta watch out for though is the rolling rocks if anybody ever lands on the happening space. And here we have Peach's birthday cake. While all the boards in this game are basically one big circle, this stage literally is one big circle. This board can actually be one of the more dangerous ones. If you have enough coins for it, you can plant a piranha plant, and that will steal somebody else's star if they happen to land on that same space, which, in this board, can be extremely easy to do.
Oh no!
Whoa, geez, Luigi, settle down there. How'd you even do that? Next on our board list is Yoshi's Tropical Island. Just look at this place. It's full of fruit and everything. The traps on this board are more like inconveniences, really. There are whomps in this stage that run a toll bridge, and the happening space just switches Bowser and Toad around. This next board is a complete Warzone, but I guess that's why it's called Wario's Battle Canyon. And if that wasn't funny, then you could see why I don't have a career in comedy. As you can see, this board has a much more interesting layout as it's separated into 5 areas. The only way to get around is by using the cannons on each area. Once again, traps are more of just an inconvenience. The happening space will change where the cannons are aimed, which means you need to figure out how to get back around the board again. At least if you hit the happening space again, it'll switch the cannons back to where they were before. Strangely, Bowser isn't really much of a problem this time around unless you want him to be. You pay this fly guy here to take you to Bowser, which, you know, why would you want to do that? Or you can pay to bring someone else to this spot. For however you get there, whenever you do run into Bowser, he just takes 20 coins from you and smacks you in the butt, sending you somewhere else in the board at random. Moving on, we now have Luigi's Engine Room. With being the only board marked with a 3-star difficulty, one can see at first sight how confusing this looks. There's actually not a lot going on here. There are these doors that open and close after every turn, which will force you to take different paths. You can also have this little robo-buddy here switch the doors for a price. And moving on to our last board, and my favorite, Mario's Rainbow Castle. Wait a second, that sounds familiar. Nope, they just sound similar. Well, let's just get this board started, shall we? Wow, I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. Let's just roll the dice and decide the turn order. Well, that happened. For those of you who have never played a Mario Party before, let me give you a quick rundown on the rules. The main objective of the game is to become Superstar, and for that you need stars, and for those you need coins, and for that you need minigames. So let's play some minigames. Cue the montage! Whoa, wait. What was that? What? Luigi! No! You just had your year! Luigi! Hey, wait a minute. This is a crane game. Which means that he's a crane. Oh. My bad. How about we just get to the last 5 turns, shall we? Ah yes, the last 5 turns, where the coins you earn from the board are doubled, and where Koopa Troopa will predict who the winner will be. And to this day, that prediction has never come true. At least where he fails at clairvoyancy, he makes up for in fancy entrances, especially the explosive one. Even with so few turns left in the game, you still gotta be wary of the most annoying trap out of all the boards. Remember that castle we saw in the board intro? It's at the end of this somewhat linear board, which means everybody has to go there before they can go back to the start. Why is this a problem, you ask? Because Bowser and Toad are up there. It starts off with Toad, but once somebody gets a star from him, he then switches places with Bowser. And of course, if you reach him, that means you lose coins. So what's so bad about the happening space? It switches who's on top of the castle. So if you're next in line to get Toad, you get... Oh! But you can turn it in your favor if you happen to hit one of those spaces before you go up there. Get it? Because they're happening spaces. I'll shut up now. Anywho, I think that's about enough messing around with these guys, though. Time for me to claim my victory. Yeah, that's right, give me them bonus stars. Except for Luigi. He gets the green one. Because he's green. For the green spaces. He's gonna shoot the screen again, isn't he? As I was saying, is it any surprise I'm a super... You're a winner. Well, it's not wrong, but something's not right here. Funny thing, as it turns out, as I was recording for this game, I found out that if you go out of your way to not get any power stars, then you get this screen. Yep, this very lackluster screen. You are not a superstar, do not pass go, do not collect 10 coins. And even if you have bonus stars on, those don't count. So let's try it one more time and see if I can't become a superstar. Okay, got at least one power star. And hooray, Mario's the winner! Yay, woohoo! Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, I did it! Here we go! Oh my, look at that! Oh, it's so beautiful! Oh, it's a big giant star. What's it doing? Oh, it's making a double rainbow. I know exactly what that means. It means a bigger rainbow! Oh, look at everybody running. Oh, they're going up the rainbow. Yoshi don't get to go up the rainbow because he came in last place. Falling down pits like it's Super Mario World. Oh, at least Lakiitu's saving him. Yeah, look at it. It's like that one stage of Mario 64. I'm a superstar! Yeah, look at them jumping letters over there. Yeah, I did it. Aw, party's over. But wait, there's more! Remember that raft I talked about before? To start off our single-player adventure, we have to choose a character first. And who better than Mario, am I right? And there's someone else with him? Well, it looks like Mario, so it's probably Luigi. DK? I don't know about you. Pretty sure shadows don't work that way. And here we are, finally at Minigame Island. If you couldn't guess it from the name, the only thing we get to do here is play minigames. And the only challenge at this island is to beat every minigame in the game. And that's about it. But hey, check out this cool world map. Kinda resembles how modern Super Mario Bros. Games do it, huh? As for the minigames though, they do get harder later on. That's mostly due to a very few games that have a random factor. Like the stupid pipe maze, I really don't like that one. Once you finally reach the goal of this whole place, you win! Or you would if it weren't for Toad coming in to interrupt your victory. He just shows up out of nowhere and challenges you to an alternate version of the slot car derby. But once you beat him, then you really win. And as a prize for beating Minigame Island, you get a special minigame. And if you manage to beat all 50 on the entire island, Toad gives you a special minigame too. And if you beat both of these at the Minigame House, you're given a third special minigame.
Miss!
Oops. We're not done yet, we still gotta beat Bowser's board. Bowser's Magma Mountain. Deal with him happily raining fire down upon you, and you get to make him explode real good. Hold it! We're not done yet. Apparently that last beating wasn't enough, as Bowser is back for more. This time it's downright thievery. This event only triggers when you have accumulated 100 stars in your bank. This also unlocks a secret board. The one, the only, Eternal Star. This one kind of blew my mind because I didn't even know about this until last year. Heck, I don't even think I knew about the Bowser board when I was younger. Okay, let's get this final board with Bowser underway. Oh no, Bowser beat up his own minion, boo-hoo. Bowser changes things up in this board. Instead of going to Toad for the star, you need to go to multiple baby Bowsers strewn across the board. Where instead of buying a star, you have to gamble for it. And this board can get pretty confusing too. The only way to get around to the other parts of the board is through warp pads. They seemingly warp you to random places, but it's actually preset. There are actually a few preset warp sets. And as the party goes on, Bowser can unfortunately change it to one of those mini presets. But if you could just hang in there, you'll be able to bust Bowser and his cohorts and save the Eternal Star.
I got it!
That's Mario Party. It's got a few flaws, but I think it's still a pretty great game, all things considered. And hey, at least they fixed a bunch of those flaws in the sequel. And you know what? I think I'll give that Mecha Fly Guy one last try.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Yeah, just spin that stick. Spin that stick, come on. There we go. Man, this thing's gonna go really far when I get done with this. Oh yeah, here we go. And done. Sigh.